Welcome to Action for Elders videos looking at balance. My name's David Lipka and I'm going to be talking you through in this video how we can use standing and sitting as an opportunity to strengthen the body, which will help us to stand and move with better balance. Strength is an important part of balance. It's not the only part, but it's a very important part. And as well as having strength, it's understanding which parts of the body we want to use to help us stand. There's a saying in Tai Chi that one part moves, every part moves. And what that means is that you involve all of your body in every movement. So sometimes when people stand, they'll stand something like this. Get out of the chair, gradually get up, and then set off walking. So what we're doing there is we're sort of using bits of the body. I'm using my shoulder and my elbow, and then I'm using a bit of my back, and I'm not really linking the movements together. It's a very sort of hard and twisted and difficult way to move. So rather than thinking it like that, let's think of it about more of a sort of flowing sequence. Think of it more of a continuous movement. And we'll see how we can make the standing and sitting much easier, but also importantly an opportunity to develop strength. Strengthen your legs, strengthen your back, strengthen the core muscles, and also a nice straight spine. So when we stand there, let's think about a sequence of movement. Let's think about the hands first. And if the hands start to move and I follow my hands, my back will then start to stretch out and I'll start to come forward. And as I start to come forward, my weight will come into my feet. So when I feel the weight come into my feet, I'm then going to push with my legs, lift with my back and point out with my fingers. When I then go down, we want to control the movement down and we want to use that as an exercise activity. So point your fingers forwards, and as you point your fingers forwards, stick your bottom out at the back. So I'm going forwards at the front, back, and then I can use my back and my legs and stretch my back, strengthen my legs as I sit down. So the process of standing and sitting can actually be an opportunity to strengthen. So, weight forward, push with the legs, lift with the back, out through the hands, and relax down. Going back down, fingers to the front, bottom out at the back, stretch the back, strengthen the legs, and then gently sit down. So then you might say to me, well, I'm not physically strong enough to do that. I need a bit more help. Well, we can offer help. We can adapt all these exercises. We can adapt. One of the ways you can adapt this exercise is by using some support. So when I sit here, my hips more or less level with my knees, a tiny bit above. If your knees are above your hips, it's going to be almost impossible to get up because of that orientation. So if I'm finding it a little bit difficult, still not quite got that strength that I need, I might be rehabbing after injury or I've had a replacement of one of my joints, we're trying to build strength. Start from a more upright position. Now my hips are much higher, so now it's not as far for me to come up, so I can still use my hands, and then it's just a little push and I'm out of the chair. And then same when you go down, we haven't got quite as far to travel. So when I stick my bottom out, I'm quite quickly, I'm back into the chair and then gently down. Now you need to be careful with this, particularly in terms of the stability of the blocks. Cushions might be a bit better, but something fairly firm to lift you up. And then obviously you can take one out and use it and eventually go down. Or indeed leave them there, if that works for you. So that's one thing we can do. The other thing we can do is we can utilise the strength in the arms. So if I still make the same movement, which is to bend my back forward, with my hands on my knees, I can then use my arms as well as my legs and my back to help me up. If you're going to do this, then what's important is the position of your elbows. Because what we don't really want to be doing is going into that bent posture in the neck with the elbows out. That's bad for the joints. So if I'm going to do this, try and keep your elbows under and then push with your arms more or less in a straight line and then pushing up with the hands and the legs. So same going down, slide your hands onto your knees, take a bit of weight in your arms and then gently down. So I can use that to strengthen my legs, to strengthen my back, my core, and even a little bit to strengthen my arms. Okay, standing and sitting, using it as an opportunity to develop strength. Very simple exercises. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you hopefully soon. The next one that I'm going to be doing in this series is we're going to look at standing comfortably and taking our first step. So I hope to see you there soon. Thank you. Bye.